Not Beyoncé's daddy Mathew Knowles pulling up on Jay-Z and exposing him. At this point it's becoming crystal clear that there's some truth to the rumors about how Jay-Z is going to get the Diddy treatment, because Mathew Knowles is sending a very strong warning to Jay-Z not to take Beyoncé down with him. Now Jay-Z has fooled us for years now, but Mathew never fell for that charm, because he's been trying to warn us for years about the type of person that Jay-Z really is. But we never really listened. Well, Mathew is officially back in the story, and he's spilling all the tea on all the shady actions that Jay's has allegedly been carrying out in secret. And y'all need to sit down for this, because Mathew came prepared to expose Jay-Z to the fullest. Did he just confirm those rumors of Jay-Z allegedly Beyoncé? And did Jay-Z really force Beyoncé to cut her father off? This whole story is wild, and it gets even wilder. So it looks like every single person in the Knowles family wants Beyoncé out of her marriage and away from Jay's, because they're all taking steps to get her away from him. At first, we thought it was just Salent who was against the marriage, and some people even went as far as to call her a hater. But it turns out she is not the only one who wants Beyoncé to get a divorce. Their dad Mathew Knowles also came out to give a very public warning to Jay-Z after the feds pulled up on him. And let's just say he is not going to be getting any help or support from the NLLS family, because they are not on his side. Now all might be thinking the family switched up on Jay-Z now that he's in trouble. But in reality that just couldn't be farther from the case, because Mathew Knowles never liked Jay-Z in the first place. He never trusted Jay-Z with his daughter. Even though he wasn't as loud with his dislike as Solange was, he still was dropping some pretty subtle hints warning us about the type of person that Jay-Z really was before Jay-Z came into the picture. Beyoncé and Mathew had a pretty decent relationship. He was the one who pushed her to pursue her dreams of being a star, and he registered her in shows and competitions from a very young age. Even though she didn't always win, he was the one who put Destin's Child together, and he had so much faith in the group that he even quit his job to manage the group full-time. Y'all can say anything about Mathew, but one thing nobody can deny is that Destiny's Child owes a huge chunk of their success to him. When the group decided to go on a hiatus in the early 2000s, he immediately got Beyoncé into the studio and dropped her debut solo album Dangerously in Love. On the track Daddy, Beyoncé talked about the devotion and loyalty her father and manager Mathew Knowles has toward his family members. With that, you'd think that the relationship between them would be great forever, right? Well, not per se, because back in 2011, Beyoncé announced that Mathew would no longer be managing her. Now, there was a lot of speculation about why Beyoncé decided to part ways with him. One rumor even claimed that she found out Mathew had been stealing from her. But another rumor claimed that she was mad at him for cheating on her mom Tina and fathering another child outside of his marriage. However, Beyoncé denied that there was ever any drama in this situation to fire her father. She released a statement that said, "I've only parted ways with my father on a business level. He's my father for life, and I love my dad dearly. I am grateful for everything he has taught me. I grew up watching both he and my mother manage their own businesses. They were hard-working entrepreneurs, and I will continue to follow in their footsteps." But this did not fly with a lot of people, and several insiders claim that the real reason Beyoncé and Mathew have fallen out is because of Jay-Z, alleging that Jay-Z was very controlling of Beyoncé and had come between her and her father. And it wasn't just a professional breakup like Beyoncé had claimed, because Jay-Z also forced her to go very low contact with her father. This became obvious when Beyoncé didn't attend her father's wedding, claiming she had prior commitments. But people quickly saw through this BS excuse. However, Mathew still defended her by saying she's a very busy woman and that he's proud of her. At this point, Mathew's dislike of Jay-Z was becoming more obvious. For example, after Solange gave Jay's dead whooping in the elevator, Beyoncé and Jay-Z released a statement that said, "The most important thing is that our family has worked through it." Jay and Solange each assumed their share of the responsibility for what occurred. They've both acknowledged their role in this private matter that has played out in the public. They've both apologized to each other, and we've moved forward as a united family. They ain't say too much more than that. But Mathew then went on to the Wendy Williams show, and he spoke about how he found it hilarious.
Yeah.
Beyonce's a very, very private person, though. When you saw Beyonce, Solange, and Jay-Z and the security in the elevator thumping, what was your reaction to that?
I have to tell you, I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard because, you know, if you know Solange, that's Solange. That's Solange. You just never know what you're gonna get. Firecracker. Don't know where she get that from.
From there on, the power struggle between Jay-Z and Mathew was pretty clear, and people in their inner circle didn't even bother to deny it. According to an insider, Mathew never approved of the relationship between Beyoncé and Jay-Z because of JD's shady past as a dealer, also because of Jay-Z's very rough public image. So yeah, Mathew didn't think that Jay-Z was good enough for his precious daughter, and his concerns were hella valid, because before we even knew what was going on, Jay-Z was trying to change everything about Beyoncé, pushing her to have the edgier look and vibe. But Mathew immediately put his foot down on all of that, as the insider put it. Plus, it is well known that Hova wanted B to project an edgier image. Mathew objected. Did Dad feel threatened? Almost certainly on both a personal and professional level. Another insider claimed that Mathew even kicked against the marriage from the start, saying it's not surprising that long before the couple was married, Mathew went on record saying he wasn't fond of the rapper. No, he didn't want to spend time with the guy. He reportedly said, "I don't care for him at all. No, I'm not close to him. He's not somebody I like to spend time with." Well, that's pretty clear. At the time, people thought that Mathew was just being judgmental by holding Jay-Z's past against him, but fast forward a couple years, and it looks like he has the right to be worried, because word on the street is Jay-Z has allegedly been manipulating Beyoncé with Dr. Jaguar Wright, who used to be a backup singer for Jay-Z, has also confirmed these allegations, saying that Jay-Z was super obsessed with dominating Beyoncé.
Why has Jay-Z been coming up with you lately?
Because he's a monster. He's a monster. And I've known he's a monster for years.
Mm-hmm.
I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl. Not my beautiful Beyonce.
I tell you this right now. Y'all talking about free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce.
The Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
Oh, God, no. If Beyonce is in prison, she's in one of the most expensive prisons ever.
Yes, she is. And she's watched 24 hours a day. She's not allowed to make a choice for herself, not at all, not in any way.
Oh.
People think she has an amazing life. She is told what to say, she is told what to eat, she is told what to drink, she is told what to wear.
By whom?
She is not her husband's wife. She is his employee.
But even with that, Mathew never stopped singing Beyoncé's praise. And when she broke the Grammy record, he wrote Beyoncé a public note saying, "Beyoncé, I'm so incredibly proud of you. Ever since you were a young child, you wanted to make a worldwide impact in music. You had a dream and the work ethic to make it happen. And you did, and you continue to do so. Congratulations on your historic record-breaking night. Love you." Even with that, Jay-Z still kept his control, and fans noticed something very weird at the Grammys last year when he looked mad after Beyoncé refused to drink that he offered her. Until now, there was very little hope that Beyoncé would break out of Jay-Z's control. But now that the fans are pulling up on him, Mathew is sending a very strong warning to let Beyoncé go and not take her down with him like Jay-Z is allegedly trying to do. Mathew wants his baby girl safe and protected, and he's going to stop at nothing to make sure that happens. Now, as usual, people had a lot to say about this, and fans are here for Mathew speaking up for Beyoncé. They said, Jaguar said it was plenty of times about Jay-Z having Beyoncé dread up, and she's not the only one speaking about it. And there's sometimes she looked high as F. Her music wasn't the same since her father stopped being her manager. And I don't know, but one thing, it's a fact that she's hiding from social media. Not only she doesn't give interviews, but really we don't know nothing about her for years. That tells you something. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Mathew and sending a very strong warning to Jay-Z? Y'all be knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.